My name's Rhea Jansen. I'm a senior on the Gonzaga volleyball team, and I'm a libero DS. Oh yeah, I was always going to be a volleyball player. I'm so competitive, and I get to not only be really competitive, but I get to create long-lasting relationships, not only with coaches, but everyone around me. My family actually moved here when my mom got the coaching job at Gonzaga. She was 8 months pregnant with me by the time that she resigned. So I was born and raised in Valley Forge, Washington. I went to Freeman High School, so a really small school. My graduating class was 72 people. So I have known almost everyone in that community since I was 5 years old, so it's really special. I was getting my 6th grade shots actually, and they noticed my thyroid was huge. It looked like I had an Adam's apple. And that's how we found out I had an autoimmune disease. And I just started taking hormone replacement, having yearly checkups for it. And then the day before my 16th birthday, they found a huge tumor on my thyroid. And so we got it biopsied. It was benign, but I was advised by doctors to take it out. So I got my thyroid out end of February, and we were randomly called back in afterwards. And so March 16th, I was told that underneath my thyroid, they found stage 2 non-Hodgkin lymphoma. The first question I asked was, can I still play volleyball? I was in the most important recruiting season of my life. I wasn't so much scared, I wanted my future. I had so many plans for my future, and all of a sudden, everything was up in the air. I had a really aggressive type of cancer, so March 16th, I found out, and that was a Thursday. Saturday, the 18th, I started chemo. I had multiple rounds. I would stay in the hospital for about a week at a time, and then May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, was my last kind of injection. And the day that I got my last injection of chemo, I immediately went and practiced. I got my port out, and I was like, so that means I can practice, right? Now it won't hit anything. And my doctor was kind of thought I was crazy, but I immediately started PT and playing volleyball. And then about 2.5 weeks later, I played my first national tournament back, bald head and all. I was so intrinsically motivated to go to volleyball. No one was expecting it from me. No one expected me to be back that season or to go to nationals. I just had that drive where I have to get back to something. And I think that really helped me, where the cancer didn't seem so bad. Not playing volleyball seemed like the worst part of it. 6 months after my diagnosis of cancer, I was really excited to be back in school for my junior year. 2 weeks into the school year, I see one of my classmates walk by me with what I thought was a fake gun and a big trench coat and another bag, and he walks by me and I'm like, that's weird, and I hear a little bit of a click and I turn around and just chaos ensued. The craziest thing was we were dubbed as lucky because his main gun locked. He didn't load it correctly, but he brought backups and just started shooting down the hallway. He just got sentenced. I had to testify at it, which was really hard. It's just, we weren't allowed to process the trauma or move on because it took 5 years for the trial to even begin. I'm glad that I had the community that I did. Freeman strong is a saying, and it was true before, and it's really true after. All the families, we just supported each other. All we wanted to do was be around each other as a community. That's why relationships are still so strong to me. I just really like those deep, really personal and meaningful relationships that I form everywhere I go. Going into my senior year, I had been battling a back injury my whole high school career, but my family has some bad genes, so we just thought it was like muscle spasms and everything. And then finally I got referred to Shriners and we found fractures in my vertebrae. I was like, this can't be happening. Senior year, I'm really talking to coaches. They want film and I have to miss 3 months. No, I couldn't take it. So I had to miss my first half of my senior season, just be in a big plastic brace and hope that they would fix itself. It didn't, unfortunately. I feel like I just got hit by a bunch of punches, but I kind of was like, all right, what next? I've come this far. I can't let this be the end. And I kind of just determined I'll play through the pain. Finished my senior season. We got a place in state. I went on to play club volleyball and then commit to Gonzaga, so it was all worth it. I knew what I wanted. I wanted a smaller school with great sports, a great conference, and amazing academics. I mean, Gonzaga checks all the boxes. And I had a lot of academic freedom, which was really important to me. So I am a double major in biology and environmental studies and a double minor, English and political science. I always get kind of like a concerned look from me when I say that, but I love it all. I like taking in as much information as possible. My cancer was linked to a Superfund environmental site where it wasn't handled correctly and leaked into our water. So I really want to link my understanding of biology and how all the chemistry and the bodies work with understanding the environment, how these things happen and the leaking, and then with policy. I really want to make an impact and I wanted to find the cure where this wouldn't happen to more people. May 5th, 2022, I was 5 years in remission, which makes me cancer-free. The 5 years, though the cancer had never come back, there had been a lot of scares. So getting to that point was almost like a weight off my shoulders and something to celebrate, which was really nice to have. I spent the majority of my career injured at Gonzaga and out and having to be on the sidelines, not participating in practice. But I know it looks like that externally, but it's been the best experience I've had. I've met the most incredible people. The hardest part was having to tell them that my back got worse this year. I would have to sacrifice the future entire quality of my life if I wanted to play. And as much as I wanted to, I just couldn't. And having the conversation with the team where I had to medically retire was the hardest thing, but they embraced me so well, the coaches as well. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I still feel like I have a value that I can give to this team. I want to make them as great as they can be because I know how great this team and this program can be. What drives me is to be, for me, the best on the volleyball court, to make a real change in the world with this education I'm getting, to make sure that no one faces these things that I have gone through. Being on the pediatric cancer ward is the most eye-opening thing ever. I was 16, so I was an adult, and I knew what was happening, and I was surrounded by babies, 4-year-olds that were going through so much pain, had diagnoses worse than me, and seeing their parents struggle with it and the pain that they were going through, I kind of was like, I am so lucky. But perspective has always been a huge thing for me, and it helps me keep my clarity and not get so down where I'm like, the world is against me. I used to be a very negative person, but I would say the diagnosis and everything really was a catalyst for that change. I got to know myself better. I did not see the point in negativity or wallowing or feeling so bad for myself when, like I said, I really was lucky. I had incredible friends, family, volleyball opportunities, school. I did not see the point of wallowing and giving up when I had so much more left to achieve. Keeping my perspective, keeping my people close, and really having that reason that I wake up every day and get out of bed has been the biggest thing for me, because it's been hard a lot where I really just have not wanted to, but it's so worth it and so fulfilling that I couldn't imagine doing anything else.